Hi there, welcome to Grain TV. It's Friday, November 4th, and a quiet day in the markets heading into the weekend. Let's take a look at GrainEdge's trading platform and see where we closed. In Chicago, corn finished the day unchanged. Soybeans managed to cross the finish line with a positive gain of 1 3/4 cents, and wheat was also higher, a penny and a quarter. It's a really quiet trade heading into the weekend as we sort of wait next week's major events. First of all, in the general markets, everyone's watching and hoping to see what happens in the election on Tuesday. Following that, on Wednesday, we have the USDA crop report. So all of those market events sort of have markets on a pause mode or wait and see attitude, with no major direction sort of being defined here. Today, the only thing sort of moving in any sort of significant direction was crude oil that moved lower again, really having a bad week, closing down around the $44 mark. Let's take a look at what's going on in the cash market as we wrap up the week. We seem to be reaching a bottom in the markets, and we're not quite seeing a sharp turn higher, but we're starting to see indications that as we get to the tail end of harvest, basis is at least stabilizing, and in some areas of the country starting to push higher. Let's start first with corn and look at the weekly change in spot corn basis from one week to the next. And what we can see is the southern half of the country starting to show some green, starting to show some positive improvements, while the middle part of the country is at least stabilizing or unchanged on the week, with only the upper Midwest still seeing some depressed basis conditions or basis starting to weaken. In soybeans, a little worse in terms of the northern Midwest, upper plains area, where soybeans is still being cut, and we're seeing yields that are exceptionally strong. So basis level there, we're off for the week. But in the southern Midwest and in the southern and southeast corn belt, we're starting to see some stability and some rising basis. What we're also starting to see is barge rates start to turn around to the downside. We saw an uptick in barge rates last week that really sort of gave the river markets a big sell-off in basis, but this week that has turned around. We're seeing barge rates start to back off after that sort of pinch in barge supplies, and so basis levels have improved along the river. As we look at spot corn basis in Iowa and Illinois, river terminals in blue and ethanol plants in red, we can see both of them tracking below historical norms for this time of year, but river terminals starting to inch up, as I said, because of barge rates moving down. No real significant move, although slight increases at some of the ethanol plants in the last week. In terms of soybean basis, again, same story with the river terminals starting to inch higher thanks to better barge rates, but crushing facilities in red here still fairly weak compared to historical norms. I would expect to see basis as we get into the later half of November really start to pick up, and farmers start to finish up harvest, close the storage doors, and it'll be a game of merchandisers trying to pull the supplies out of farmer hands, which will take higher basis levels. So that's all we've got for today on Grain TV. As always, if you'd like to learn more about how we can help you in your own grain trading situation, whether it's futures trading or in the cash market intelligence we provide, by all means visit us online at grainedge.com. As a GrainEdge trading client, you'll get our technical alerts email first thing every trading day. Technical Alerts is a powerful system that generates quality trading opportunities. Each trading opportunity shows a chart and analysis providing clear price targets and risk potential. Technical Alerts look at historical chart formations and compare the current environment to the past to form concrete trading recommendations. The commodities covered by Technical Alerts includes grains, livestock, crude oil, currencies, bonds, and metals. Start your trading day with the most powerful insight into market direction and improve your trading today. Sign up at grainedge.com to become a client.